Nolan Darbar, who was paralyzed below the shoulders and received a brain chip implant last year that translates thoughts into computer commands, has reported that his ability to use the device has advanced to the point where he can now play chess and video games.
어깨 아래 모든 신체가 마비된 환자로 작년에 생각을 컴퓨터 명령으로 바꿔주는 칩을 뇌에 이식받은 놀란드 아르보가 이후 칩을 사용하는 능력이 점점 발전해 지금은 체스와 비디오 게임을 즐길 수 있을 정도가 됐다고 밝혔습니다. In fact, I understand he's really good.
He is. Forget about the human washing machine, Sue. This really is a miracle of technology. He had this implant in his brain, and when he woke up from surgery, all he had to do was think about wiggling his fingers, and then he was able to control a cursor on a computer.
Wow.
And for him, he said it was so sci-fi. It's unbelievable that he was able to do this. And now he's got to the point where he can actually beat his friends at video games.
Oh.
It's incredible. And they're hoping that, the future of this could be that he could control his own wheelchair, for example, or that he could control a robot or some kind of machinery. The issue is, though, at one point, there was a disconnection, a partial disconnection from the brain. They were able to fix it. However, there is this possibility that these implants may not work perfectly and there may be issues like this in the future. That said, it's incredible that a man paralyzed from the shoulders down is now able to live his life so much more fully.
그러게 말입니다. 이게 일론 머스크의 스타트업 뉴럴링크 기술을 이용한 거죠. It's not perfect, obviously, because it is in its sort of early phase, and there's privacy issues and things like that as well.
You don't really want people looking into your brain all the time, Sue.
But that is a huge milestone. Now, what's an implant?
It's something you get put in your body. So, for example, you can have a technological implant, or you could have something like a piece of metal would also be an implant.
Yeah.
Like you can have surgery in your hip and get an implant because a piece of your hip needs to be replaced, or other parts of your body. But whatever it is, it's something that's going into our body. We're putting it in there for some reason.
명사로 implant는 이식, 동사로 implant는 이식하다 같은 단어인데 이렇게 두 가지 품사 다 되고요. And to the point where는 뭘까요?
Yeah, if something happens to the point where it means it's got to that level, or it now has that ability. So we use it when we're talking about progress of some kind. So whether it's about our intelligence or our fitness or whatever it may be, we're using it to say, look, I can now do this. I've got to this level in terms of what is possible.
그래요. 자, to the point where 뭐뭐뭐는 뭐뭐 할 정도 까지다. 뭐뭐 할 정도인데 여기서는 이제 체스 게임도 할 수 있고 비디오 게임도 할 수 있을 정도다라고 했는데요. 실제로 이 놀란드 아버 씨가 친구들이랑 이제 온라인 게임을 해가지고 이기기도 한대요. 이제는 이렇게 이 칩을 이용해서.
It's incredible, and I think it promises so much hope for other paraplegics and quadriplegics, those who might need a similar implant in the future.
네, 놀란드 아버 씨는 30세고요. 이 뉴럴링크의 첫 임상 시험자입니다. 다시 한번 제가 읽어볼게요. Nolan Darboe, who is paralyzed below the shoulders and received a brain chip implant last year that translates thoughts into computer commands, has reported that his ability to use the device has advanced to the point where he can now play chess and video games. Let's move on to the next headline.
A study from Lund University has found that waist size is a better predictor of cancer risk than BMI in men, with an extra 4 inches increasing the risk by 25%, while in women, both measures are equally effective.
남성에게 있어 허리둘레가 체질량 지수 BMI보다 더 나은 암 위험 예측 지표라는 스웨덴 룬드 대학교의 연구 결과가 나왔습니다. 이에 따르면 남성은 허리둘레가 4인치 늘어날 경우 암 발병 위험이 25% 증가하며 여성은 허리둘레와 BMI의 지표 능력에 차이가 없는 것으로 나타났습니다. What do we know?
Well, we know that if, like me, you've got an extra 4 inches, well, that means your risk of cancer, if you're a man, is up by 25%. BMI, if you're up by 3.7%, that increases the risk by 19%. It's basically, for men, our waist size or our waistline is going to give a better indication, whereas for women, waist size or BMI is going to give an equally effective indicator. And this is a long study. It was done from 1981 through to 2019, 14 years looking at these subjects and following through. And they were looking at who was getting cancer and what the abdominal fat, this fat that gathers around the waistline, indicates, and it's a bigger indicator of where cancer may be present. So I need to lose some weight soon.
All right. What's a predictor?
It's something that helps us predict something, to forecast something. It's an indicator of some kind that gives us information.
그렇죠. 예측하게 하는 변수겠죠? predictor. BMI는 체질량 지수인데 body mass index. 예, 앞글자를 딴 겁니다. 체중을 키의 제곱으로 나눈 값이죠. 뭐 헬스장에서도 보통 이렇게 측정할 수도 있고 많이들 익숙하실 것 같습니다. 건강검진할 때도 체크하고요. 그 다음에 equally effective.
Yes, if two things or several things are equally effective, that means they're all as effective as the other, mean they can all do whatever it is as well as the others. So if something is equally more, it means it can do whatever in the same extent as the other thing.
동일하게 효과적이다. equally effective. 다시 한번 읽어볼게요. A study from Lund University has found that waist size is a better predictor of cancer risk than BMI in men, with an extra 4 inches increasing the risk by 25%, while in women, both measures are equally effective. Let's move on to the final headline.
A new study has found that some of the world's most celebrated tourist attractions leave travellers underwhelmed, with European landmarks making up the top 5 most disappointing destinations among 200 popular sites.
세계 최고 유명 관광지 중 일부는 여행객들에게 실망을 안겨주고 있다는 분석 결과가 나온 가운데 글로벌 관광 명소 200곳 중 가장 실망스러운 관광지 상위 5위권이 모두 유럽에 위치한 것으로 집계됐습니다. This is interesting.
It is, and it's basically, I think, the more famous the site, the less people will like it because they get disappointed. The biggest one, the most disappointing one, is actually in the UK. It's the UK's most famous theme park, Alton Towers, and that had the highest percentage of reviews that were specifically complaining about value for money. There was misleading ticket information. There were expectations that you had to pay for add-ons, and they were overpriced, and also there was difficulty with access to different areas. So this seems to be one of the big issues: expensive or overcrowded or lack of access. So, for example, the Széchenyi Baths and Pools in Hungary, in Budapest, reviews have complained it was overcrowded. The Trevi Fountain had a lot of complaints, with people talking about it being crowded but also having accessibility issues. So it seems like people are going on holiday to see these acclaimed, these celebrated sites, but they're not getting their money's worth, or their expectations were too large to begin with.
대체적으로 이런 놀이동산은 좀 실망감이 큰 것 같네요. 알튼 타워스도 놀이동산이고, 그 다음에 이제 헝가리 부다페스트에 있는 세체니 온천 같은 경우는 놀이동산은 아니지만 또 역시 좀 실망이었다라는 평이 많았고요. 그 외에도 아까 스페인의 시암파크라는 곳도 실망이다. 이렇게 실망을 한 곳들이 유럽에 참 많이 있는 것 같은데 그만큼 기대가 컸기 때문일 수도 있고요.
Yeah, I think it's quite common because things get overblown in the media and movies. We see destinations as being romantic or magical, and then we get there and they're just really touristy.
This was a survey of people where in Europe.
This is all over the world. It's 200 popular sites, but Europe certainly had the main ones, the most unpopular ones.
그래요. 첫 번째 표현을 좀 보겠습니다. Celebrated.
Oh, if something is celebrated or someone is celebrated, they are praised, they are respected, they are worshipped. We celebrate them.
그래요. Celebrated something 그러면은 이제 칭송한 것, 유명한 무엇 이런 의미겠죠. 여기서는 celebrated tourist attractions. 사람들이 다 좋다라고 평을 한 곳인데 정작 가서 보면은 너무 비싸거나 생각보다는 별로다. 이런 경우들이 있었다고 하고요. 그래서 느낀 게 they were underwhelmed.
Yeah, it's a very disappointing word because it means you are disappointed. If you are underwhelmed, you don't get what you expected to get in terms of the feeling, in terms of the excitement. The opposite, overwhelmed, is when everything is too much. It's too loud or too noisy or too crowded. And we don't say whelmed. Usually.
Yep.
People say it as a joke sometimes, but we use underwhelmed or overwhelmed. So if you're underwhelmed, you're disappointed with whatever it is.
네, underwhelmed는 전혀 감동받지 못했다 이런 의미고 overwhelmed는 보통 벅찰 정도로 감동을 받았을 때 그런 벅찬 감정은 overwhelmed라고 하는데요. 그냥 whelmed는 없습니다. 자, underwhelmed라는 표현 여기서 쓰였어요. 실망이란 의미겠죠. 참고로 이거는 이제 수화물 보관 서비스 회사인 레디컬 스토리지가 전 세계 관광 명소 200곳의 방문 후기, 한 9만 개 이상의 그런 후기들을 분석해서 만든 리스트입니다. 다시 한번 제가 읽어볼게요. A new study has found that some of the world's most celebrated tourist attractions leave travelers underwhelmed, with European landmarks making up the top 5 most disappointing destinations among 200 popular sites.
Actually, Sue, I tell you where I was not underwhelmed. Paris.
Ah,
The sights of Paris were so amazing. You know, whether it was Montmartre or whether it was the Eiffel Tower or the Pantheon, it was the place where I never felt underwhelmed.
oh, interesting. And you lived in France for a bit, but
I
you
did, I lived
still
there.
enjoyed Paris.
Yeah, I lived in Lyon. It's a very different city. I was
it
also
is.
not underwhelmed by Lyon.
There you go. All right. Well, that's it for our headlines.